It's a Monday, and we're here to do Monday things.
What were you talking about?
Talking about Mondays. Not really, it's Tuesday.
It's Tuesday, but it's Monday show.
It's kind of a bust, the reason that we changed it. Did I tell you how that went?
Yeah, I came over here yesterday at it was like 12:30 probably when I came over to you.
Yeah.
And I was like, I thought you had a thing, which is why we didn't do the Monday show.
I did have a thing, but it turns out the thing was short and kind of bad.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was not good.
I didn't know it was bad. I knew it was short.
It was all right. It was IGN partnered with Xbox/Microsoft to do this indie event. And I like seeing the indies. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, of course.
But the show itself was full of IGN commercials.
No, so it was just kind of...
It was a little... I don't know.
You would have rather been doing the Monday show.
Yeah, and these were all games a couple of them I already knew about, and then the ones that were new, I could have found out in much different ways about what was going on.
Yeah.
Like Steam's Indie Fest thing is happening. What's it called? Next Fest?
Is it Next Fest?
Next Fest, yeah. Oh. Tons of demos for tons of new indies.
Yeah, which is exciting.
I absolutely love it. But this was just kind of like a letdown. So it worked out okay because it was supposed to be me and the core guys, and neither of them could.
Oh,
so it ended
I
up
didn't
being
know
just
that
me.
either. That's a huge bummer.
Yeah, so I soloed.
The whole thing was a rodabalene.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Kinda. I mean, you want to give coverage to these things, but sometimes they're not worth it, and that was not worth it.
Yeah.
It was still, I did it, I recorded it, it's up online.
It's a bummer.
But was it worth bumping this show?
Never.
Probably not. Probably not.
This is the best show.
It's the best show on the Citadel.
What?
You ever know that meme from Mass Effect?
Kind of.
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is the best ramen stand in the Citadel. You never heard that?
No, not once.
Here, I'm going to give you some.
Oh, we're getting some meme.
Yeah, I'm going to give you some actual
history?
source here, just so you can hear it. Because it was this thing where you could go endorse these shops on the Citadel, and then you would get a deal on like armor and guns and whatever because you promoted their
That's
store.
really funny, actually.
Yeah, it was great.
That's
it was
cute.
A funny, stupid little thing.
It's a cute little thing.
I'm not Dr. Shepard. Commander Shepard.
Dr. Shepard.
Commander Shepard. And this is my favorite store. Here we go.
I'm excited.
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
Is that from the game?
Yeah.
I didn't. No, I've never heard that. That's amazing.
You see this here? Here's what
Yeah.
he does. Let's play it again. I'll show you again.
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
Yeah.
So they just pay you to freaking do that?
Yeah.
Or pay you in discounts,
They
I guess?
pay you. Yeah, they do basically trade.
That's
for the
insane
promotion.
and stupid, and I love that.
It's like people send me something free, and then I do a podcast promotion of them.
I love weird, small, totally extra, unnecessary details in games like that.
Yeah.
Like Baldur's Gate is obviously the prime example, Baldur's Gate 3, of
Is it the
just
prime
having-
example?
Well,
Is
just
it-
having a million tiny, weird, random things that mean nothing in the game.
They do a lot of
but they're
that.
extra.
Yeah.
And they're fun. And you can tell that the devs really enjoyed it. I like stuff like
when
that.
you see extra, do you mean the hipster way of saying, "Ooh, that's so extra"?
No, I'm saying like they're
Okay.
an additional thing that is not required.
Okay, so the actual definition of extra. I was never a big fan of like
Extra.
read all about it. Anyway, we're here. We're doing a show. We got stuff.
Yeah, we're doing great.
I have to make mention of something up here early, and you're actually even if you want to use it on the show, I'll know about it and I can play
Oh,
them
what's
live.
this?
But we have a new voice line thing.
Oh, exciting.
Yeah, and it's really awesome because it's like pure quality, microphone quality for no matter who does it, where they do
nice.
it. No
So
more
it's
phone
not just-
calls. Like that. They do it with their phones or their desktops. It doesn't matter. But I've been talking about this on every show, so some people are sick of hearing about it. But I'm going to tell you anyway. It's voicecast.app. That's an APP domain.
Yeah.
Voicecast.app/Monday.
Monday.
And it'll let you send your calls in.
Cool.
And you don't have to log in. You don't have to do anything special.
That's pretty neat.
Like, I'll give you an example. FilmSack has
bit
a
of
couple of new
software.
ones. And if I was going to play this, I would just hit play and listen to this. Hold on.
Is this the 10 Hams line?
Whoa, it sounds so good.
Yeah, it's like regular microphone.
It's like an actual mic.
Yeah, and he's
It's like
on
you're
his
in the room with
he's
us.
on his desktop. Some people are on their phones. It doesn't matter how you do it, but the Monday show has its own
That's so
direct
neat.
line. And if you do it during the show, that's great. If you want to use the text line that's up there, that still works for text
Why are phones still so bad?
because phones are dumb. I don't know why that is because you're still on copper. The whole system is based on a bunch of old
Yeah, but
ass
then
technology, copper lines.
but you can essentially send in a call through an app, and it sounds better.
But that's not sent through copper.
What's it sent through?
It's sent through the internet, through the backbone,
yeah,
through
but how
fiber.
does the internet work in comparison to a phone.
This is a long. You know what? I've been a poor father figure. I should teach you these things.
It's magical to me because it's not explained.
It's actually, this is easy. You know what still freaks me out? TV. I don't get it.
The tube.
How am I getting on that screen through the air? I'm not talking about cable or any of that.
Makes more sense.
That makes sense to me. But feeding it through the air and getting a 4K football game.
Why does that make sense to you, but you can't make it sense on your phone, which is the exact same thing?
It's not the same thing. It's doing it over completely different methods of transfer. You know, what you get over an antenna, over a television, is not even close to how Wi-Fi and internet works.
Anything with, what's the word? Anything with like...
Wireless.
Wireless, yeah. Anything without wires weirds me out. It is magic.
It's a little magical.
So honestly, it's magical even to people who get it. Because it's still also like, this works, I guess.
Yep. And if I was Commander Shepard, I would say this.
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
Thanks, buddy.
If I was Commander Shepard, I'd say, I'm Commander Shepard.
That's what's great about it. My Commander Shepard looked weird. I made his face all warpy and dumb.
Yeah.
And having him just hang over that counter. I mean, he's still got the voice and everything, but
the good voice.
And for all of you at home that said Fem Shep for life, I know the female Shepherd is highly regarded. All right, but I did the male because I play male characters in video games typically.
Because you're sexist.
No.
You hate women.
No.
Admit it.
Listen, if it's Lara Croft, no problem, because that's the character.
Sure.
And on the cover of Mass Effect, it's him.
So?
Not her. So I go, well, I want to relate to this. And the intro movies and the trailers and everything is that guy.
Yeah,
so I'm like, well, I'll
why
be
does
that
that
guy.
matter?
Well, it doesn't matter. I just prefer playing dudes.
Oh, then that's fine. You
I
can
don't
just say...
I don't like playing girls unless... If I have the choice,
unless you're
I play
forced.
a dude. Yeah, but then my friend, like John, if he's given the choice, always a girl.
Interesting.
Never not a girl.
I don't have any preference. I'll do both.
If you have a choice, what do you... Like if it says you want to be male or female or non-binary, what do you choose?
It depends on the game.
Okay.
Because
let's say
Baldur's Gate 3.
Gate.
We're talking about Baldur's Gate 3.
What do you prefer?
I would do it... Like, that's the thing is my first playthrough, I'm doing a girl.
Yeah.
But my next playthrough, I'll probably do a dude or a non-binary person. Because it's fun to have like different experiences and different stuff.
I don't know what it is. I just like dudes. And I don't mean...
He likes dudes, you guys. Someone clip that, quick.
Don't isolate
Clip
that.
it.
No, let's not. Jamie listens to this show.
We have evidence.
Speaking of Jamie, we got a call from him later, in fact, on the old voice line.
Oh, the voice
Probably
line.
the last two calls you're ever going to hear on that line because this new line is the one to call. So a reminder, once again, voicecast.app/Monday. It's easy, simple.
/Monday.
It's also on the website, so you don't need to look too far. It's nothing you have to memorize. And it costs you nothing, and you log in you don't log in. There's no personal information at all. And you can be anonymous if you want. I mean, it's your voice, but you don't have to put your name.
Anonymous. You could like put a voice changer on there.
You could, and maybe I will, but not today.
Someone who should do like the classic, you're listening to my voice has been changed for this recording.
That's right. I used to run drugs for the cartel.
Yeah, like the bad spy movie change.
Yeah.
Love that. Please,
I like
do
those
that.
too. A lot of documentaries use it still when they're trying to
silly.
hide somebody's
I know
identity.
it's like there's a purpose for it, but it seems so silly still.
It's pretty silly when you hear it. Yeah, the Wraith, Twitch is great at getting quick clips. I will give them credit. They've done a pretty good job with that clip system.
Agreed.
Unfortunately, it seems to only be a tool that then goes straight to TikTok. Nobody uses it for Twitch.
No.
They go right to TikTok with it.
Yeah, but that's just another platform that's utilized.
Yeah. I wish YouTube had a better like live clip grab type thing.
Grab.
Glap.
I mean, as a creator, there's some really good clip stuff. Like you can clip your own stuff really easily.
Yeah. What are some, you know what?
But
Let's talk about that.
As a viewer, I don't know if it works.
Do you have a recommendation?
What do you mean?
A name of a piece of app software I could use to do clips easy? Because I don't have it. I'm doing everything manually right now.
I'm saying YouTube. You can do clips pretty easy.
Where?
There's like a clip editor in the YouTube creator stuff.
Are you making that up?
No.
I'm going to the studio now.
Okay.
Now, what are you going to do? Go to a video?
Yeah, go to a video.
All right. I'm going to today's TMS. Let's look at that.
I'm going to be super 100% honest, though. I've only looked at it and I've never actually used it. So it might be horrible.
Editor.
I just know it
subtitles, monetize, clip, trim, cut. I don't see anything that makes clips. But there may be tools like third-party tools that just say, what's the video? And then you just go in there and AI assisted grab stuff it thinks is funny or whatever. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know. The point is, there is no point. Let's move on.
AI isn't funny. Well, how would they know?
AI is funny.
When the president is sucking someone else's toes on a screen. That's what AI is funny.
I told you yesterday about that.
I also saw it on the TikTok.
Yeah, it's pretty funny because all those
the Red
screens.
Note.
What was it? The human resource, one of these departments.
Some federal building.
Some federal building. All the TVs were him sucking Elon's toes.
So funny.
And nobody knew what to do, so they ran on each floor and pulled the plug.
They're messing with the wrong generation, man.
Yeah. Hackers, man.
They know what they're doing.
I wonder who did it. Like, was it anonymous?
I wonder if it's someone who was fired and was like, F off.
Could be.
This is my last day.
Oh, that's what it was. Housing and Urban Development. That's what it was. Thank you, McFerrick. The HUD.
I just splashed drink in my face.
Oh, I wonder why the ramen went in your eye today.
Shut up.
Okay, Carter was having lunch before the show. She's eating hot ramen.
I was eating because if I don't eat before the show, I get really hungry on the show.
I do too. I had to eat too.
Yeah.
I ate too much bread.
I feel spicy ramen.
I've made a bread mistake. I ate a whole bagel and some
the
soup.
Milk bread?
And a piece of milk bread.
Dude.
And milk bread's
It's so good. I want to learn to make it, but I worry that you'll eat all of it.
That's what I imagine that bread is that hobbits have.
Yeah,
Lambus
that's
milk
so.
bread.
Lambus bread is just milk bread.
I just don't like how crusty it is. Sam's got a whole wad of it, but it's all crust.
Yeah, well, because they have it in like a pack, and it's
like leaves. It's wrapped in like weed.
and it's wrapped in
pot
weed.
leaves. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah,
I got hot soup in my eye.
She got hot soup in her eye. Anyone have any good remedies for that? Just flush it out with a.
Yeah, what an embarrassing way to go blind. Like, oh, how'd you lose your eye? Well, I was eating hot ramen one day.
Yeah.
Before the show.
Do you think there's any? Probably isn't any cases of that. Nobody does that, right?
There might be something.
There's always some
like
weird
boiling
outlier.
water. I could see getting in, like hurting someone's eye or something.
Yeah, but I've had hot stuff in my eye before, but it never was anything more than just like a few minutes of discomfort.
Yeah.
But I wonder if there's like
you dab it
get,
out,
like the Carolina Reaper in your eye. Like if enough Scoville units are in a pepper,
or
would
just
that be
like
enough?
straight capsaicin, like a bottle of capsaicin accidentally dripping in your eye.
I have a thing of capsaicin that looks like a large chapstick dispenser.
Oh, why do you have that?
It was for muscle pain. Was prescribed, and you take this stuff and you rub it, roll it on, and it smells like a hot pepper and burns like one, but it worked. That stuff worked.
I wonder why.
I don't know.
There's got to be something to do with like it makes your body react and freak out.
I shouldn't say prescribed. It was
handed to you by someone who was a doctor?
An actual doctor said, grab this. It's over the counter. It works really well.
Okay.
That was like that. It was Vaudry. It was our doctor.
Yeah, as close as prescribed as you can get.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
Yeah, it's like pepper spray, but it was in roll-on form.
Yeah. I wonder if it's because it like makes your body freak out a little, like react like, something's attacking us, and then it heals some stuff.
I think it distracts from the irritation. It's like when you use Icy Hot or something on a bad muscle. I don't think it's actually killing pain.
Super
I think it's
anti-inflammatory.
It's distracting the pain. Don't you think?
I don't know. Because if it's anti-inflammatory, that would be helping.
Peppers are anti-inflammatory?
Maybe I need to do that on my arm.
Tell my guts that peppers are anti-inflammatory. They won't believe you. They'll say, don't you mean pro-inflammatory?
Pro-inflammatory?
No, anti.
Maybe it's because you eat too much.
Oh, that's true.
It releases endorphins. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Like it releases stuff that's like helps your body.
Yeah, where's Dr. Tolbert when you need him?
For real.
We need him. He'll hear this later and then write in.
Do you still have that stick?
Oh yeah,
stick
somewhere.
Pepper?
Mom has it.
Because I injured my wrist.
Oh, we should try
over
it.
the weekend, and yeah, that might help.
Carter's wrist is all
I'll take anything.
Screwed up. She's got repetitive hand disorder.
I have repetitive stress injury that kind of manifests randomly and from different things. And usually it's because I use my mouse too much, or I draw too much, or I do games too much, and I'm not like mixing in other things that my hand is moving. Mm-hmm. And usually when I start to feel it, I go, oh, I need to take a rest day. I need to be careful with it. But this past week, I was so busy that I couldn't take a rest day. And then it just got worse and worse. And then on, was it Thursday or Friday? I think it was Friday. I couldn't move my hand. I can move it now. Well, but it still kind of hurts.
It still hurts?
Yeah, it still doesn't feel. I have the wrist brace on.
Oh, yeah. Well, okay. So when I was Carter's age, I had this exact same thing, and it was brought on by almost the exact same reasons. Those three things.
Yeah.
I was not it was not mixing up enough whatever I did with my hand.
Yeah, it's just like, well, my problem is I get so, when I do can focus, which sometimes I can't focus.
When I do can focus?
Yeah. I sometimes get a little overly focused and I'm like, I have to keep going. Otherwise I'm going to lose my motivation. So I have to just like do this thing forever.
Yeah.
And that's usually what leads to problems.
Chat says they have a vertical mouse. Didn't you try that?
Yeah, I have a vertical mouse over
Do you
there.
like it?
I switch out from my regular mouse to that one depending on how my wrist is feeling because I hate using vertical mice to play games. They're really annoying.
It seems impossible. I wouldn't do it.
And so I'll switch out to play games on there, but then I'll use the vertical usually when I'm working, but I just haven't. I'm lazy.
Well, maybe that's their problem is the laziness. Maybe that's it.
There's a bunch of problems, honestly.
Well, all right. But here's what I was going to say.
I'm bad at taking care of myself.
When I was your age and I was having this problem, one of the things I used, I don't even think it worked, but I used it. I don't have this problem now, and I think it's because I mix things up a lot.
Yeah, you're not.
I'm way more diverse in what I'm using my wrist
you
for.
move around a bit, and
you're
not just on your mouse all day long.
Right. There used to be a time where
stuff.
you're just so like laser focused that you'd forget how long you're on.
I have noticed a consistent trend of when I'm more stressed out, which busy week, it gets worse.
The cortisol thing.
Probably.
Isn't
When I was working at my old job and I had like a really stressful week, it always hurt.
Dr. Callahan says, have you tried not being lazy?
I'm working on it.
That's a good one.
It's not being lazy. It's just being negligent.
Well, I had this thing that was in the shape of a big kidney bean, like a kidney out of your gut.
A kidney bean.
And it was the size of my palm, and I would hold it, and it vibrated. You turn it on, it would go like a really fast, like hard.
Yeah, my only
and it would
concern,
make me just, and it made it worse.
Yeah,
I think
it can make it worse if you
at least in the
those
short term
things because it's definitely tendons or something. Because it's not a muscle pain; it's like a stingy, painful tendony.
I just remember at the time I had resigned myself to one day I'm going to need carpal tunnel.
That's how I'm starting to feel right
surgery.
now.
But it went away, so maybe you can be like me.
I know. I
don't have any problems with it now. Look at this. Look at this business. Look what I can do.
Smacking the microphone. Look what I can do. The worst part is that usually it's up in my wrist or on the back of my hand, like my little backhand.
Your little black hand. Yeah, got it.
But
like
this time,
World of Warcraft, black hand.
This time it was all the way up on my like palm side arm.
Yeah.
My fish side, if people can.
Your fish side. Wait, let's look at
and it was all the way up to the tail of the fish.
Oh,
like the pain was.
Maybe it's the tattoo.
It's the tattoo. The fish. They're revolting.
He went too deep.
This tattoo's like 3 years old.
Yeah, that's true.
No, it's more. Did I get it before or after pandemic?
I don't know. I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
I just
probably
remember
after.
It was probably. I think it was it's after you moved back from the place you were in.
Yeah.
That garbage apartment.
Yeah, because I remember having it with my dog, and my dog, I was scared she'd scratch the hell out of it.
I had a dream last night that you and Alicia bought a small little cottagey house and decided as friends. Every time I say you and Alicia, I don't want people to go, oh, they're lesbian. They're not.
No.
They're friends.
We're best friends.
They're best friends, and they share a lot of interests, and so they get along really well, and they're a very trustworthy pair.
Yeah. We've also known each other for like over 10 years.
Yeah, so here's the thing, though. You guys bought a little cottagey house, and then in the backyard you had chickens, roosters, which are chickens, but
men.
Men roosters.
But men.
Man chicken.
Not the men.
And, a pig.
Pig.
And then like 5, what are the birds with the huge plumy feathers?
Stop punching your monitor.
What was it called?
A peacock?
Peacock. You had a bunch of peacocks. And that was a weird dream.
That is just a bunch of birds?
Yeah, and you were selling eggs. All of them had eggs, including the pigs.
Oh, pig eggs.
Pig eggs.
Pig eggs.
Pegs.
Pegs.
But the peacocks had big old eggs, and you were like selling those peacock eggs for like $500 pop.
That's a weird dream.
It was very weird. Why would I even have a dream like that?
Egg dream.
Egg dream.
Egg dream.
There you go.
Yeah.
I also did this thing last night where I said, when I put my head down on this pillow, I'm going to go to sleep right away. I'm no more of this sitting, laying there thinking about things.
Yeah.
It's my freaking brain, dude. So I do this last night, and I say, okay, I'm going to do it with breaths. I'm going to make 5 big, deep breaths, really focus on them. I don't think I got 3 in before I fell asleep.
That'll do it.
I got to do that more often.
Oxygenate your brain.
Yeah, man.
I could not fall asleep forever last night because stress. I was stressed about, because I'm super behind on work, obviously, because I was struggling with my wrist.
Like you do.
So stressed about that, stressed about taxes F taxes.
Taxes are lame.
Taxes are going to be the death of me.
I think Carter's secretly a libertarian. She just doesn't know it. She thinks she's like a pretty progressive, left-leaning centrist. But what you really are, I think you want a barn. You're going to dig your own poo hole. You're off the grid.
I do, actually.
You're going to eat your own monkeys. You're going to eat your own deer or food or whatever. You're going to milk your own cows. That's Carter.
Yeah.
She is libertarian to the bone.
I don't want no government hands in my pot.
No government. I don't need them.
No, for real. I would, if I had the opportunity, I'd go live in the mountains.
Well,
Just isolated from all. It'd be great. Live off chickens and potatoes.
yeah, if you can get some
Chicken
chickens,
eggs,
you can get
rather.
some chickens without bird flu. Good job.
Yeah.
Actually, it only is happening in the cramped, like chicken farming.
Some of it's like it's spreading.
Yeah. And like Greg Street, former Blizzard Greg Street,
Yes.
and now of fantasticpixelcastle.com.
Castle.
He lives in somewhere in Texas, and
You had the perfect opportunity to plug your show.
he keeps chickens.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yeah, I did.
Have I told you that?
Yeah, you've told me that.
He's always telling me about. I get an update every time
That's
we
so
do the show.
cool.
Every month we have a show. It's a show about their new MMO they're working on. But part of it is a little check in with the chickens.
Yeah.
Chicken check in.
Chicken check-in.
We should call it chicken check in.
Chicken check-in, such a good idea. Write it down.
It's its own show. We're spinning it out.
Write it down before you forget.
Hold on.
Chicken check-in.
Chicken.
Yeah, I have two very opposite dreams for my life.
There. Yeah.
That it's really, they literally could not happen at the same time, ever.
Yeah.
One is to travel the world and just go places and live in cool places and do stuff.
Yeah.
And the other one is to just have a nice little cottage with a bunch of chickens and maybe a Highland cow because
And
they're
then
cute.
off the grid.
Off
You'd
the
still
grid.
come visit us and stuff.
No, of course.
Yeah.
But like very much that kind of living. Those are my two dreams. Neither can happen at the same time.
Mine are kind of extremes too. I want to live in a penthouse apartment in the sky in a huge city,
Yeah.
or out in the middle of nowhere in a farm or a ranch.
Yeah.
One of the two extremes.
That's a problem.
Oh, it sounds so
And
good.
instead, we both live in a little suburban area with very little land
And no chickens.
and no chickens,
Yeah, you can't have chickens where we live.
but
You could
modern
try.
internet conveniences.
Yeah.
So
Well, anyway, chickens would be fun because then you could have your own eggs and all this egg price stuff could just whatever. Although I don't know. Let's say you had 3 chickens. How many eggs you getting out of that? What's the yield?
probably not a lot. I think most
I'm not going to get like a dozen eggs for
like
a week.
like prime egg laying age chickens probably give you like an egg a day to an egg every 2 days.
That's not great.
No.
You need 12 chickens to get
But
a
if
dozen
you-
chickens.
yeah.
Or a dozen eggs.
But if it was like, if you could get like one a day, you just, that's your breakfast.
Yeah. Carter, so it's people in the
chicken.
chat are talking about internet when you're way out in the middle of nowhere. You said to me yesterday if there was no option, you'd be fine with
If
it.
I didn't need to work or do anything, don't need internet.
You don't need it, do you?
No. Actually,
Like-
it would be incredibly relieving.
It'd be a huge lift off your shoulders
Yeah.
of like, I don't need constant
I
data.
don't need part of this like bombardment of the world.
Yeah. Like if you think about it that way,
It sounds extreme, but it would be so relaxing.
it's only extreme in the sense that you'd be living like it was 1978 in the middle of nowhere.
yeah. Just get a landline.
Yeah. If you can even do that.
Yeah.
And then if you can't get that, pretend it's the 30s. And those phone lines haven't been run
It's
yet.
the same thing I think about how, I think we've talked about this on the show, but how I would love a quick apocalypse. I'd do really well in a quick apocalypse.
Quick. What do you mean by quick?
As in like tomorrow the world has ended and now we're all surviving.
Oh, I see what you mean. Sudden,
Mad
not a
Max-ish,
slow,
like-
not a
well-
slow degradation of society, but like an immediate one.
Yeah, like a
Overnight.
rapture, half the population's gone and now we're
EMP, like an EMP.
yeah, like just survival.
Yeah.
I would do very well in that situation.
I kind of like that. I like that too. You know what?
Right?
I think that's why I'm attracted to
But this
post-apocalyptic
slow apocalypse
fiction.
we're going through right now
Yeah.
is really hard.
That's why I'm attracted to Fury Road. I'm attracted to books in the same vein, zombie stories, all this stuff. I'm attracted to those things.
because it's
I like the
almost
idea
a fantasy
of
world.
it's a reset.
Yeah, it is a reset.
And
That's
in a
what's
reset,
nice about it.
the power dynamic flattens.
But that's what I mean about like living in the mountains with nothing is like suddenly it's like, oh, you don't have the option. You don't have to worry about it. Why would you worry about it if you can't do anything about it?
True.
Suddenly all you have to worry about is, oh, I got to find water and food and I'll be fine.
Yeah. You don't need no man.
I don't need no man. Strong, independent lady. All right.
Oh, never do that a voice. I hated that. All right. Quick thing.
What is your quick thing?
My favorite part. We've only gotten 3 episodes in, but my favorite, we're catching up and finishing What We Do in the Shadows.
Yes.
Me, Carter, Alicia, we're watching it together.
We're finally watching it.
Last night we binged 3 episodes of season
3 or
5.
4?
5, 4, 3,
Three episodes.
2,
I
1.
mean,
Lift off.
we're starting to season 5.
We got three in, I believe. Third episode of season 5. It turns out this is not a spoiler
Okay.
because you would assume that this is true. If the main
Wait. I'm worried you're going to say a spoiler.
really, do you think me saying that
Give me some real vague details.
Colin Robinson stuff?
Which
Not the thing. No, I'm not going to talk about the one thing.
No.
The one thing
Colin
that's now the
Robinson stuff.
run through the whole season setup.
what
of,
Colin Robinson stuff?
Okay, you know how the show has a council of vampires that call all the shots,
Yes.
right?
yes,
the main one.
yes.
So it's like, and then a couple seasons back, like
The
Taika
vampiric
Waititi,
council.
all those guys showed up again because they're all part of the same thing. The Vampiric Council.
Yeah.
It turns out the energy vampires have a similar
their own
council. And it's freaking
It was
amazing.
so funny.
I was dying.
So good.
I cannot believe. Honestly, I'm shocked it took 5 seasons to do it, and I'm shocked that I didn't think they'd do it. It's such a brilliant thing.
Yeah.
It's so
And
good.
it was so funny. The actors were all amazing.
Sorry, you guys can hear the dogs.
Oh, can they hear the dogs?
Yeah, they're
Losing
barking at something. What do you think that is? Probably another dog.
But a dog, or just because
We have a
sometimes they
dog.
bark.
We have a neighbor dog named. Who's the black dog that runs around and gets tennis balls?
Oh, Molly.
Molly. And Molly comes out here sometimes and runs right past our rear window.
Yeah, they throw a ball like in the alleyway behind our house.
Yeah, and then we have to go shut them up. And these three can't handle it. They just lose their freaking minds.
Like, intruder.
Yeah. Hey, that's a good transition
Why is this a good transition?
because we got a call about this very thing. Well, not
Oh.
about this very thing, but about dogs.
About dogs. Dogguses.
And here it is.
I am catching up and am listening to Forbidden Dorito, the one with Carter and Taylor, and you're talking about the dog DNA test and why you may have to find out the breed information. My cousin was just going to be deployed to Japan, and she had to prove the breed of both of her dogs. I don't know why, but one of her dogs came back as a little bit of everything. And at the bottom, there was like 5% unknown or some small amount, 1%. And because of that, they wouldn't let her bring her dog to Japan.
Huh.
So apparently there are some countries that are pretty particular about what types of dogs they allow you to bring in. Thanks. Love the show.
Well, we were just talking about Japan and how picky they are about things.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Off air.
Japan's very picky. But also, I think every country, I mean, the U.S. has some standard stuff about this where you can't fly in certain dogs.
Is that true?
I think so.
From other countries or just state stuff?
Maybe it's just that airlines won't allow certain dogs.
Oh. Well, I know some
Something like
states may have some laws that vary when it comes to like pit bulls and stuff.
Everywhere has something going on.
But Britain's like no pit bulls or we'll arrest you type thing.
I thought they do pit bulls. You just can't fly. You can't bring in new pit bulls.
I thought they were. Oh, maybe.
Because I swear, I think Sir Patrick Stewart has pits.
He has pits.
He does have pits.
You mean
Pit
pets?
bulls. Pit bulls.
pits. I get it.
Pitties.
He's got pitties. He's got captain's pits.
He's got captain's pits.
Yeah, they're. I can't remember what the deal.
I think
is.
it's so dumb that people are still discriminating against pit bulls.
No, pit bulls
and,
are the
like,
sweetest
bully
dogs I've
breeds.
ever been around.
They're so sweet.
Yeah,
It's just
if you're
because
training them to be buttholes. That's one thing.
It's a reputation of dogfighting because they're used in a lot of dogfighting.
Well, yeah, because
That's not their fault.
it's not their fault at all. They're not
No.
like prone to it.
No.
They just if you train them to be that way, like you train any dog to do anything.
It could be any dog, but they tend to be the ones they choose because they have that lockjaw thing.
You could train like 6 Chihuahuas to be just terrors,
Just monsters.
but they're not going to be a problem really because they're freaking Chihuahuas. Who
Yeah.
cares? But if you do it with a giant dog like that, who in their nature is very sweet. They're sweet
very
animals. Remember Izzy? Was it?
Yeah.
Izzy was awesome.
Sweetheart. She had some separation anxiety issues, but that was
that's-
unrelated.
All dogs have that.
I actually worry about this with Ripley because she's a Weimaraner lab mix, but people don't know what Weimaraners are a lot of the times. They're kind of a breed that's not like super common.
Well, they're German the Russian hunting dog, or they
German,
hunt
I
Russian
think. They're German,
bears.
I think.
Yeah, but the Germans raised them to hunt Russian bears.
Why would they runt hush? What?
Runt
Hussians?
Hushin bears? Runt
Why
Hushin?
would they hunt Russian bears?
Because,
I think there's just a German dog that is a German hunting dog.
well, in my head, the Russians brought Germans over to piss off everybody.
The point is...
They brought bears in.
Goodness gracious. The point is, you're just making stuff up.
I'm totally making it up.
The point is that I worry that people will think she's a pit because she has like a big, giant gray head that like is consistent with a Weimaraner lab.
She's very big and she barks
But
really
she's
loud.
very big and she barks and it scares people. And
she's
people
so
don't know
sweet.
what a Weimaraner is, so they
She's so
assume
sweet.
she's a pit bull.
She's the sweetest dog. She's in the
she's
hound.
a doll.
She's in the hound family, which Weimaraners are part of the hound family. So they kind of have a boo
big,
kind of thing.
big baying noise.
Speaking of which, shut up! Oh, it worked.
I think they were shut up before you yelled.
Oh,
but,
really?
Yeah.
Thought
Sorry to
maybe-
burst your bubble.
Thought perhaps I had an effect
Perhaps.
on the beasts.
Perhaps.
Okay, there's that call. Thanks for that.
Yeah.
Dog DNA. How does it work?
I'm sure if you looked up most countries, they probably have some rules. Most countries would.
Probably, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm...
You know what's weird? I didn't know this for a while, but in Iceland, when I was there's a million cats. There's cats everywhere.
Why? Like just walking around?
Yeah, and they're all owned. Like they're not strays. Everyone has a cat kind
Okay,
of thing.
okay.
And I found out it's because dogs weren't allowed in Iceland until 1990, I think was the year.
Well, that should be enough time to have a bunch of dogs.
But it's just like culturally, everyone just has cats.
I didn't know that.
Isn't that
Why?
interesting?
That seems like a cold climate for cats.
They love it. They're
Yeah.
so sweet.
Really?
I would walk around and they're just really sweet house cats who are super friendly, and everyone's nice to the cats there. So no cat's like skittish.
I didn't mean to be a dog guy, but I'm really a dog guy. I didn't try to. I've had cats I've liked, but it's whatever reason I'm just like so dog.
It's because you
I'm
have
so
no
dog.
patience for cats.
Well, but cats are kind of dicks.
They're not. They just aren't dogs. And you have to treat them with a different form of affection.
Have you ever seen a dog walk up to you, look at you in the face, and then go "Bleh," and fart a big giant hairball on the ground, or barf one? I mean, not fart one.
Rainer does that all the time.
She doesn't do it to spite me, though. She does it because her
The
guts
cat
are dumb.
doesn't do it to spite you.
Yes, they do.
No.
Every time Deckard does anything, I see intent in his eyes.
He has no intent. He's the sweetest cat ever. He's one of those cats, like cat people will get this where like some cats are just super standoffish. Most cats, like you have to hold them a certain way or they'll freak out or whatever. I literally could like flip up in the air and he'd be like, "What are you doing? What's going on?"
No, he wouldn't.
Just relaxed.
He'll claw your head off.
I never have claw marks on me from him.
I do.
That's because you manhandle him like a weirdo.
What? Manhandle.
You're rude to the cat.
I'm not rude to the
You're
cat.
rude to the cat.
Well, anyway, speaking of aggression issues, your dog last night, for some reason, so she is, when she's tired at night and we're on the couch or something,
Yeah.
and that's what we were doing. We were watching What We Do in the Shadows, and she was up and curled on us like a big, heavy blanket.
Yeah, big sweet.
It's so
all
great.
tangled up in her limbs.
And she loves to put her neck and her face right up next to your face or your lap
She's
or
so
whatever.
warm.
Just super
It's
warm,
the
super
best.
sweet. It's amazing.
It's like a weighted blanket.
It's amazing. If I
Yeah.
could do that twice a day with her, it would probably be the best therapy you
Solve
could buy.
all your problems.
Anyway, so she's in this comfortable mode. Mom's at, or Kim, Mom, your mother,
Your mother.
she was out at her pottery class, and
She's doing pottery.
we knew she wouldn't get home till like 9 or something.
Yeah, she's usually not home till 8.
I hear the door rustling, and your dog goes,
She does that in general. She's protective.
and she gets louder and louder, and now you and I are kind of holding her
Yeah,
back.
holding her so she doesn't lose it.
Mom walks all
Because
the
she's
way
literally
in,
standing on my stomach, just
ready to lurch.
ready
just-
to launch herself.
So Mom comes walking in, and I think normally she'd just go, "Oh, it's Mom," whatever, and go back to sleep.
Yeah.
But she sees her, and because we're holding her back, she thinks something's up.
Yeah.
So she is the fiercest I've ever seen
Yeah,
her.
she got real intense.
Toward Kim, who is the alpha dog in the house.
But the thing is, she gets right up next to her and is just like, "Oh, you're fine."
Yeah, it was just,
She doesn't ever try to bite or anything.
no, she's never tried
But
to
yeah,
bite
she
anybody.
lost it.
I mean, even with me, when I took her off, she doesn't ever bite me.
No.
She's the sweetest dog.
She
We
is
love
the
her.
sweetest. She's such a sweetheart.
Also
she just has
stupid
some,
sometimes. Sometimes
she has
she's
some
stupid.
nighttime aggression issues where she gets anxious at night and it makes her a little bit barky and
Yeah.
a little scary.
Yeah.
She's very loud.
I mean, that's how I relate to her. I do that too. I get very loud. I bark. I get aggressive at
Yeah,
night.
you get nighttime aggression. She's scared of feet.
Yeah, what's that about?
I don't know.
Although the other night she was doing way better with that. She was laying on my feet. I kept twitching them and moving them. She was fine.
Yeah,
sometimes
she's
she's
gotten better.
Yeah.
Her anxiety's a lot less lately because we've been really good about making sure she's comfy and not freaking out. That's important. You have to do that stuff. Also, Cyranex is a pretty confident my cats are secretly assassins, but they're just bad at it. Cats, like house cats, are actually, I think, the deadliest of predators on the planet.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Why is that a
Like
thing?
statistically, they kill more things than any other predator.
Why? Is there a reason?
They just do. It's possible. It's just like
I'm trying to think of another
like-
animal predator that would kill more than.
well, like I think it's probably just proximity to like things like mice and birds and stuff.
Yeah.
Because they're just like around them all the time, and when they're domesticated, you know.
Benjamin says second to dragonflies. Are dragonflies known for predatory?
Are dragonflies predatory?
I mean, they must be. I didn't know that. I would assume birds, a bird of some sort, would be more predatory.
Yeah, but cats kill so many things.
Yeah. Did I tell you about the bird that smacked into the window the other day?
No.
Yeah, my
Is it okay?
bedroom window. I went out and looked, and it was kind of flopping around weird, and I was like, "Uh-oh." So I was preparing to like do what we
Do the
is
box.
box thing, and it took off.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, but it just wham.
Yeah,
right
it
into the
was a little
side.
disoriented.
And it wasn't even clear how my blinds were down.
Yeah.
Like,
he was just having a bad day.
Just stupid.
Aw,
What a dumb bird.
dumb bird.
I don't trust birds.
Birds are nuts.
Speaking of things we might have a paranoia about, let's listen to what Jamie has to say about forklifts.
Hey, this is Jamie for the Monday show. You guys are talking about forklifts, and it just reminded me of a funny story from my childhood that I know Scott will appreciate. It's actually two little mini stories, but when I was probably 4 or 5, I was deathly afraid of forklifts. I don't know where it came from. Never had any weird experiences, but every time we went to Home Depot, I would literally be shaking with fear with the stupid forklift that they would use to put the stuff on the high shelves and stuff would come down the aisle and run me over. And in that same vein, around the same time, I guess we went through a lot of drive-thrus as a kid. So you'd always hear the intercom spitting back your order or whatever. And so I'd be walking through the store, and I would hear somebody. I'd be hearing on the overhead, paging whatever to aisle whatever. And as a 5 or 6 year old, I start going, I have a hamburger and fries with a pop. Like I would start ordering as if I was in the drive-thru. And my dad always thought it was hilarious.
That's so
anyway,
cute.
Love the show.
That's adorable.
That is cute.
Aw.
The forklift thing I get, though, when you're little, those things are weird and crazy.
They're
looking.
like monsters, man.
Yeah.
I'm still scared of them because I know what they could do.
They turn on a dime.
They carry heavy things.
They carry very heavy things, and then they lift those heavy things way too high.
That thing about the speaker, though,
Yeah.
like over like a store speaker, that reminds me of kids now with like Alexas and stuff.
Well, like how do you mean?
Like-
And you probably just set off like everyone's.
Sorry,
A-word.
everyone.
Yeah. That's fine.
Alexa, order 700 toilet paper rolls.
Alexa, cancel. There's one over there.
Anyway, I'm just doing it to screw up everyone's
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
What was I saying? Oh, the I had a coworker who
Yeah. You okay?
I don't know. I had a coworker who her kid would just randomly in the middle of like anywhere, the park, the store, wherever, would just be like, Alexa, play Frozen or something. And like just believed that Alexa was this all powerful like thing that could hear her at all times and just play whatever she wanted it to.
I've seen old people do that.
Yeah.
I follow a couple of people like in some stage of dementia on TikTok. I don't know why I find that so fascinating.
You like that stuff.
It's interesting to me because it's a whole different aspect of life that most people are A, terrified of, and B, just don't experience. So I find it interesting. But I'm the same way with like severely autistic children, things like that. I'm fascinated to follow
Fascinated
it.
by those other aspects of like how to live.
Yeah, documentaries about this stuff, super fascinating to me. Always has been. Anyway, the lady will just suddenly stop and talk to her toaster as if it's supposed to react the same way. And logically, it's not that crazy.
No.
Not
at all.
Think about it. You've got somebody in their 90s who were suddenly told in their twilight years, hey, by the way, this little device will listen to what you say and do what you ask.
You can see where the connection is and how they could think these things.
Yeah.
Same with like little kids with
Kids
Alexa.
do the same thing,
Where
yeah.
it's like, this thing, when you ask it to do something, just does it. So of course you would just assume that exists in all spaces.
Yep. Absolutely right.
It's so interesting.
Yep. So good on you, old people. You know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you feel about another quick trivia test?
Quest.
We're going to play a little bit of... Whoops, that's a phone call. We're going to play... go back. Okay. We're going to play a little bit of a game. We've tested Carter's trivia knowledge on lots of subjects, and the best one and the most memorable probably was when we did King of the Hill. So
Well, that's
I
the
thought
one I got the most right on.
you did. So I thought I would play to your strengths.
I'm pretty good at football.
You did all right.
I did all right.
You did all right. You did so good that one guy on YouTube kind of made a pass at you weirdly. Do you remember that?
Yes.
He goes, somehow
But
it's
made
even,
a pass is an odd way
well, he
to phrase
says somehow she's even hotter now that she knows how football works or something. And I'm like, dude,
Step
back.
It's not that big a deal.
calm yourself a little.
It's funny though, the internet, I'm so used to the internet, but I don't often get stuff like that at me. So it always is like, oh, right. I forgot that this happens.
Well, you're a cute girl. And
I am a cute girl.
Yeah, look how cute.
I'm going to live in the mountains all alone.
That's right. That's very cute. So I'm going to do a Futurama quiz because you love Futurama.
I do love Futurama.
Now, this won't include anything from the recent seasons.
Oh, good, because I have not watched the most recent
neither have I are caught.
grouping of
Neither you
seasons.
or I are caught up.
Yeah.
Partly because we're afraid to, and it's not because
It's the same reason I took a long time to watch the second grouping of new seasons. Yeah.
and they were excellent. It's just that
It just
you don't
takes a
want
second.
it to go away again. It's hard to explain.
It's really hard to explain.
My love of that show has no boundaries. But
Yeah.
I just
It's the
get
reason we
nervous.
haven't watched the new Chicken Run.
Yeah, same deal.
It's scary.
We got to watch the Chicken Run. I heard really good things.
I just want to watch the new Wallace and Gromit.
Oh, that's the one I want to see.
Yeah.
Not the Chicken Run, that one. Chicken Run makes me sad because it makes me think of my dad's
I
last
know.
movie.
That's how I feel too.
Her grandfather's last film on this planet
That he watched.
was Chicken Run.
Yeah.
The night before he died. Mm-hmm.
It's a good one to end on.
I mean, if you have to end on a movie, it's better than the week before because I know this too, the Saturday before that one,
Yeah.
which would have been exactly 7 days prior,
Yeah.
he saw Gone in 60 Seconds, the Nicolas Cage Steel Cars movie.
Is it bad?
Yeah, it's pretty bad. So, I mean,
Would
it's
have been a bad one to end on.
yeah, bad one to end on. So end on
Yeah.
Chicken Run is what we're
End
saying.
on Chicken Run.
All right,
You can.
are you ready for your first question?
Yep.
The ultimate Futurama quiz.
All right, let's do it.
Futurama aired on which channel first? And I'll give you options. 5 options. A, Fox, B, CBC, C, HBO, or D, Cartoon Network.
I think Fox.
You are correct.
Okay.
It's taking forever, but I know you're correct.
Ding.
There it is. Ding, you got it. Oh, maybe this has sounds. No, it
Because
doesn't.
they always make jokes about which thing they're on next.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we got fired by the Box Network.
Yeah.
Like, they just make stupid jokes like
They
that.
make great jokes all the time.
When they
I heard a really
when
funny-
they get thrown out.
I heard a very funny. It's what kind of inspired that comic I did, but it was a funny Family Guy joke where Peter's outside of an old folks' home, and he goes, "Oh man, I think I can hear the Fox News from out here," or something like that.
Yeah.
And inside, it cuts to the inside, like they do in that show all the time, where it cuts to whatever he's
Yeah,
saying.
it's just the cuts.
And there's like 4 old guys with walkers sitting watching Fox News, and Fox News says something about transgender or something. It's like my latest
Yeah,
comic
yeah,
kind
yeah.
of stuff,
Some
like ridiculous,
something.
out of control ideas. And the old guy goes, and then looks at his friends and he goes, "This is so worth my family disowning me." He's like all excited.
That's stupid.
It made me laugh.
That's
Anyway.
good, yeah. Thank you for retelling it
So here it is. I don't know why I'm burping today.
in such a manner.
The ultimate Futurama quiz number question 2. I don't have to do this every time.
Yeah.
On which date did the first Futurama episode air? Your options are 28th of March, 1999, 29th of March, 1999, the 30th of March, same year, or the 31st, same year.
30th. I don't know.
You want to say 30th?
Yeah.
Okay, let's find out. You are incorrect. The correct answer was not telling me. Why want to tell me?
None of them are correct.
One of those days was correct. I knew it was 99, and it was right toward the end.
Yeah, I knew it was 99.
All right, question 3. For how many years did Philip J. Fry cryogenically preserve, or was he preserved in the show Futurama?
1,000 years.
Is it 1,000? Are you sure?
Initially, yes.
Ding. Correct.
Because later he gets back in a few times. There's a few episodes.
On which date did Philip J. Fry get revived in Futurama? I'll give you one of the options?
Yeah.
These are all 20. Well, that's not true. These are different years. December 30th, 2099.
It's 3,000. It's December 30th.
There's no 3,000.
Well,
Must be 31st.
29.99.
Okay, let's find out.
Right? No.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah, don't change
Math
mine
is
now.
confusing.
I know, it really is. Especially for Johnsons. Who is the one eye?
Johnson math.
Who has one eye in Futurama? It's stupid.
Who has what? Leela. That's
I won't even give you the
easy
other
question.
name. That's so dumb.
Yeah.
Okay, that's too easy.
Leela.
Taranga.
Taranga Leela.
Taranga Leela. There
Yep.
you go. Where did Fry work before being frozen in Futurama? A, the Pizza House. B, Panucci's Pizzeria.
Panucci's
C,
Pizza.
Panucci's Pizza. Or D, Pesto pizzas.
Panucci's Pizza.
You are correct. Ding. On which channel does Futurama air after Fox? So where did it go next? Was it Comedy Central? Was it CBC? Was it HBO? Or was it Cartoon Network?
I want to say it was Comedy Central.
Let's find out. If it was Comedy Central, it was Cartoon Network.
Oh, they're eventually
Adult
on
Swim.
Comedy Central.
They did. They've made it all over the place. They were on Hulu all by
They're
themselves
now
for a while.
on Hulu.
Well, technically they're owned by Disney now.
Well, yeah, but Hulu's
the home
there. Yeah.
All right. In which year did audio-only episodes of Futurama feature?
What?
I didn't know this.
What? What does that mean?
Is this real?
What?
In what year did the audio-only episode of Futurama feature? I didn't know this.
There's an audio only?
2010, 2015, 2016, or 2017?
Oh, it must be a new one. 2017.
I really don't know.
I don't know.
You're correct. 2017.
Yeah, it must be one we haven't seen
Or heard.
or heard, technically.
Yeah.
I guess no one saw it.
Who is a robot in Futurama? Here are your options.
What is this terrible
This is
quiz?
terrible. Bender, Amy Wong, Leela, or Professor Farnsworth?
Who
Jeez.
is a robot?
I wonder who is a robot.
Who could it be? Is it Bender?
I think it might be Bender. Ding, you're correct.
It's great. They were like, what date did the first one air? Which is like a hard question. And it's like 3 dates in a row.
Oh,
And it's like, which one? The robot.
this may help answer our question. The audio-only episode of Futurama in 2017 was featured on which podcast? I didn't know this is where it aired. A, The Nerdist. B, Nerd Only. C, The Nerd Show. Or D, Only Nerds.
The Nerdist, probably.
I think that's 100% it, yeah. That's
Yeah.
it. Those other
That's
ones are
the only
fake.
one I've ever heard of.
I don't think those other ones are real.
They might be, but they're not big enough for me to care.
How many Annie Awards did the Futurama win?
This is a dumb quiz.
I agree.
I'm just going to say
Was it 8, 9, 10, or 11?
9.
Annie is an animation award.
Yeah, I know.
The answer is not, it doesn't say. Leela is
Wrong.
a captain of which ship?
This is so bad.
Well, if you don't know anything about the show, these are hard.
Yeah, but who would be taking this quiz?
The Planet Ship,
The Planet
Express Ship, the Planet Express, or the Planet Express Ship.
This is terrible.
Which-
It's the Planet Express ship.
Are you sure it's not just the Planet Express?
It's the Planet Express ship.
Okay.
Because Planet Express is his company name.
Secure connection failed.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, no, you were correct.
This is a failure.
This is terrible. It's the Quiz Tribe, whoever these guys are. All right.
Awful.
What is the color of Leela's hair in Futurama? Black, blue,
Purple.
purple, or pink? Purple? Correct.
Gotta make
what
these
is-
harder.
What is the name of Fry's wife in Futurama? Bender, Amy Wong, Leela, or Professor Hubert Farnsworth?
It's Leela.
Wait, did he get married to Leela?
Yeah, remember? At the very end of the season we watched together. Or like we've the end of what we've seen.
I don't remember that.
Remember the time freezes and then they get married?
Oh, I love that one.
Yeah, it's cute.
Okay, yeah, so
That's a good one.
they are betrothed.
I don't know if obviously we haven't watched the new stuff, so who knows?
Man, what a sweet ending that was.
It was so sweet. Every ending they've had,
I love how
accident or not, has been great.
They nail the endings
Yeah.
when they're
even when they got
endings.
canceled.
Yeah.
The ending was beautiful.
And they bring it back.
One of the sweetest episodes of all time.
Yeah, it doesn't diminish them either that they're not the ending anymore. I
Yeah.
love them. All right, Bender Bending.
Bender Bending Rodriguez. That's his full name.
They didn't include the Rodriguez, so I'm a little annoyed. Anyway, was manufactured by which company in Futurama? All Robots Company, Family Robots Company, Mom's Robots Company, or Mom's Friendly Robot
Mom's
Company?
Friendly Robot Company.
Easy. Freaking ding. All right. What is the name of Fry's distant nephew in Futurama? Bender, Amy
Philip
Wong,
James
Leela, or
Farf-
Professor
J.
Hubert
Farns-
Farnsworth?
Hubert
Hubert.
Farnsworth.
Correct answer.
James Hubert.
Who is Fry's... I hate this
This is a
one.
bad quiz.
Let me just choose this
Just
one.
give me random questions.
All right, you ready?
Just give me something you know.
What is the name of Professor Hubert's son in Futurama?
Hubert.
These are too easy.
Easy.
These are all too easy. So I'm just going to give you a random anime quiz.
Okay.
You ready?
I don't know a lot of anime.
Here you go.
This is the worst quiz we've done so far.
Which Sailor Moon character has the biggest eyes? Serena Tetsuko, Diana Zirconia, or Iko Tsukuno? I'll just choose one.
Which one has the biggest
Doesn't
eyes?
say. All right, how about this one? Which Sailor Moon character has the car key?
What?
Darian Shields.
What does that mean?
I don't know. Amara Tenno, Mistress 9, or Chibi Chibi.
Chibi Chibi.
Nope. It doesn't say who.
I don't know what that is.
Let me see who else is
Who
left
has
here.
the car key?
Let me keep going here because some of these are really hard. Okay, I'm not doing that one. Let's do a religion one. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
That's not a quiz. Hold on a second. Gaming. You ready?
Yep. Go.
Minecraft. You ready?
What? Okay.
Oh, it makes me want to have to show you this.
Casey Data, I've seen Sailor Moon. I've seen the original Sailor Moon.
See those
But
items?
I've never got that far.
It wants to know which Minecraft item is this? Is 4 little turd looking
Okay.
things. Beetroot seeds, sweet berries, glow item frame, or ender pearls.
The first one.
Beetroot seeds?
Yeah.
Correct.
That's just a visual that seems like the only one it could be.
All right.
This is bad.
These are very bad.
This is horrible.
I didn't really vet this before.
No,
I did it,
clearly.
obviously. All right. So I'm going to show you this thing. You see him?
Yeah. It's for armor. It's an armor stand.
Well, let me tell hold on now.
Yep. Get rid of it.
What item is this?
Remove it. I know what it is. Get it out of here.
Armor stand, beetroot seeds, Minecraft, or netherwort.
This is so bad. This is the worst.
Maybe AI made this website.
Yeah, that would actually make more sense.
I don't know what's going on.
Oh
All
my
right.
gosh,
Well, congratulations. You've done really well. And I think you aced this quiz. Good job, quizfeast.net, whatever it is. All right. Well, that's the end of that. Let's put that to bed. See if we received any calls while we were talking.
Yeah.
Not calls, but messages. We probably
All
have.
right.
Let's try this one here from, here we go. Love the Monday show, says I am sci-fi. My girlfriend's cousin's kids are so used to Alexa. I should say the A word. Sorry, everybody.
Alexa.
Stop. You're going to make somebody mad. Especially because some people listen via their A word and it'll interrupt the show.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it does.
Huh.
So anyway, it says last time we vacationed with them, they kept calling out to a non-existent A word in the hotel. There'd be a few seconds of silence as they waited for the response that never came. It got so funny after the 4th time.
Aw.
Yeah. If you're a kid, especially, and you're using that all the time.
Well, it's like your brain doesn't understand why it wouldn't
No,
work.
It makes perfect sense.
It makes perfect sense.
Here we have some what they are calling homegrown goods for Carter.
You grew these?
Yeah, look at that.
Wow, look at those tomatoes. Oh my gosh.
Y'all want to see this?
Oh, I
Can I
want to be
download
buried
this?
in that.
I can't download it. Sorry, I'll put it
What are
right
the
here.
green things at the bottom?
Let's find
Oh,
out.
they're tomatillos.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, tomatillos.
Delicious.
They look like tiny cabbages.
Everything looks amazing.
Yeah, that looks really good.
Those look like freaking.
Gosh dang, dude.
It looks like a magazine.
Tanya
Dang.
S., where are you? Where are you? Carter wants to live there.
Where are you?
I want to live
It
there.
looks delightful.
Holy Moses.
My gosh.
That looks fantastic. We got a cool...
We tried to grow tomatillos one year and they did not do well.
No, they weren't the worst things I've ever
They got
had.
all burned though. It got too hot.
They were pretty bad.
Yeah.
Let's see if there's any more of these. I think that might be it. Let me just
All right.
double check. Monday show.
I don't know if I talked about this last week on the show or if it was pre or post show, but I read a book that is based on the Tinkerbell movies that Disney
Tinkerbell movies.
made in
Yeah.
like the 2000s.
Yeah.
Those movies are great, by the way. They're really fun and hold up. They're silly and they're for kids, but they're fun.
Yeah.
And they're nostalgic for me. But they just released a new book that's
Yeah.
based off a couple of the side characters in those movies.
Yeah.
That was definitely written for a younger audience.
Yeah.
But I was devastated at the end. It was so good.
Really?
Yeah. So
Poor
I actually
thing.
recommend it hardcore. It's called Wings of Starlight.
I don't think I've ever heard of it.
You know what I realized though?
What?
About stuff? You know how you're always bragging how you have a very wide range of things you enjoy?
I do have I have a wide range.
Mine's wider.
How?
Because I watch everything you like. I like all those genres. I do all that stuff. And I watch things or watch and read and consume things that you don't.
How about mine is whiter?
That's probably true. Just
Whether I
telling
like
on
it or
yourself.
not. Yeah. Here's one. This is for you. Oh, hello there,
I have
Carter
more
and
diverse
Scott.
taste.
Maybe. This is in reference to the February 17th episode, our last episode. You guys were talking about presidents and mentioned that Teddy Roosevelt was a good president for creating the national parks. Remember this?
Yeah.
Sorry to bring bad news.
Oh, no. I mean, there's been no good presidents. We've acknowledged that.
Well, let's see what it says.
Continue.
He helped create the park system to keep the land out of ownership of natives and solely for the white people to use.
Yeah.
He was also part of the movement to restore bison to their habitats, but only for the purpose to hunt them for sport. And then claimed that only white people could restore species because he believed in a racial hierarchy. I highly recommend the documentary "The American Buffalo" by Ken Burns as a deep dive into this. I've seen it. It's very good, but I'd forgotten all this.
Yeah.
Sorry to ruin it for you, but he was in fact, quote, a poopy head.
Oh, well.
Says Brandon from
Doesn't
St. Paul.
ruin it for me.
Thanks, Brandon.
Yeah.
Doesn't ruin it for you?
It's one of those things where it's like, he did this good thing and we can appreciate that, but also no one in history seems to have only ever done good things, you know?
Yeah, no, it's true.
Everyone does crappy stuff.
Everyone sucks butt.
So I'm not what's the word? Defending him at all. I'm saying I acknowledge that he sucks.
Acknowledged. Like
It has been acknowledged.
You're like
Acknowledged.
You're Commander Riker, and Picard just told you from the surface you got to go orbit one more time while I finish up this deal. Yeah, acknowledged. I like it.
Speaking of buffalo, though, I just watched a really cool video of, I can't remember who it was, but one of the native tribes in the U.S. just received a bunch of buffalo.
Received?
Like, they were given back to the tribe themselves to be able to raise cool. And, do all their stuff with. Really freaking cool. The video made me cry because the lady who was like talking about it, she was saying how the buffalo like have been almost not a myth, but like a legend in their tribe for so long because almost no one there had seen one.
Yeah.
And none of them had ever tasted buffalo.
Oh my gosh.
So it was like a really big deal to have them return to this tribe.
That's pretty cool.
It was really cool. It made me really happy. And
Once
it made me cry.
Once in a while, you get some good news.
Yeah.
That's what we're saying.
Let's think about good news things.
That's right, everybody. And as a result, we're done with the show. That's the good news. The great news is we're done. And if you want to keep those texts flowing, 801-471-0462, or use that new voice line, voicecast.app/Monday. You'll find it at our website as well, frogpants.com/Monday, or just frogpants.com. That'll get you there.
Yeah, we'll get you right over there.
Got anything else? Or are we done?
I think we're done.
Carter.art, MissCarter.art for your commissions.
Yeah. I am working on a commission page. I know some people are asking about like generally what I do, and I will be putting up some stuff that will be more examples and stuff like that. So
if you've gotten anything from Carter, bring it to TMS Vegas if you're coming, and she'll sign it. Happily, right?
Happily.
I don't want to assume that. You'll do it happily.
No, actually, no. I sign nothing.
You're not
unless it's $500.
You're not like Krusty Space Hands and won't sign my things for $49.
Space Hands.
Yeah.
So dumb.
It is dumb. You were there for that.
Yeah.
You were young, but you were there.
I was like a teenager.
A teen.
A wee teen.
A wee teen. And then also, speaking of which, if you haven't gotten your tickets to TMS Vegas, if that is the thing you are interested in and haven't heard the announcement yet, you can go on over to tms.vegas, and the tickets are at the bottom of the page. Just hit buy tickets and you're in.
It's so excited. It's going to be so much fun.
Swag. Carter provided some swag.
I did help provide swag.
Yeah, so you get a combination of art swag from me and Carter, among some other cool things. So go check it out.
Check it out.
I think that's it for us today.
Wow.
Thanks everybody for listening.
Tuesday, Monday gone.
Have a great day, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Once upon a time, there was a hero named you. Find the next step of your quest at frogpants.com.